need any sort of grinding services done, hit up my guy Cliff2_3 on Twitter. Fast and reliable clutch time, unlimited draft domination for the end of 2K22 or the start of 2K23. Get up with my guy Cliff. Dude, is good, yo. It's your boy Ty back here with another video where we're here with my brother Nate. Nate, say what's up to the chat, man. Say what's good.
What's up, guys? Back, you know, me and Ty, past couple years have done the IRL tier list. Past couple years I haven't been on camera, but figured, you know, why not get on camera for this one?
Right, so normally we did it through Discord, but this is better. We got this set up to do it, so obviously, why not? So, got the starting point guards here in the NBA. Obviously, from Jalen Suggs on, these guys are not starting point guards, so we're going to be stopping at James Harden. And I think there should be 30 guys at Harden, right, Nate?
Yeah, 30 guys. You know, some of these guys you're not exactly sure. Like, example for the Spurs, we don't know who exactly their starting point guard is. I'm just assuming it's Trey Jones. So these are just basically who probably will be the starting point guards. Not all of them will necessarily be right.
And for me, just looking at this, I mean, I've even you know, examined the point guard position, man. The starting point guard position, or the starting point guards in the NBA are good. I mean, so we got S through F, so we got 6 different tiers here. So I mean, take 6 divided by 30. We're gonna probably do about 5 guys per tier. You know, maybe more than that, depending on where everything lies. Yeah, we got some top talent here, as well as a lot of decent point guards, I would say. You agree, Nate?
Yeah, I think point guard is definitely like the deepest position.
I'm going to start it with Cade Cunningham, who was first, and I don't think Cade Cunningham's an easy guy to rank right now. I mean, a lot of people are high on Cade Cunningham, and obviously at the end of last season, maybe he hooped, but it's like the point guard position is so deep. What are your thoughts on Cade? I mean, a lot of people think he's single-handedly going to take Detroit to some wins. I just don't know if I saw enough from Cade last year to be that high on him.
Cade is, I mean, it's hard when, especially with him being the first guy. The one thing about Cade is he turned it on at the end of the year a little bit more. I do think I'm projecting him this year to even have like a better season. I mean, just because it's his second year, such a young guy. I would throw him in B for now.
So you think he's a top half point guard?
Yeah.
Top 15 point guard?
I think probably. It's hard to know, but I would put him in B.
Okay, we'll put him in B, but I think he's right on that border. I think he's right on that border.
The thing with Cade is he's just all around. I mean, granted, he wasn't the most efficient last year, but I'm saying, like, I think he's going to take that step forward.
That's fair.
His positionals, I really like positional size, his versatility. So I would throw him in B for now, and we'll see. We'll go from there.
We'll see. That's fine. I don't know. A lot of people are high on Cade. I don't know. This next guy, Haliburton, I don't know, man. I like Haliburton. I mean, I think especially this year he's gonna be a main contributor in Indiana. What are your thoughts on Tyrese?
I think when it comes to this point guard list, we might have a little bit more like stacked upper for like the B, A, and S tiers compared to the C, D, and F tiers, and I think that's okay if we do it for this position. Because it's so stacked. I think you got to put him in B too.
But the way I'm looking at it is Tyrese a top half point guard in the league? I personally don't think so.
He might be. I don't know. It's hard because I'm looking at some of these guys down here. I think he actually might be.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Let's be honest here. He probably had a better season than Fox last year when they were on the same team.
I mean, maybe,
but I would say Fox is the better player.
But Fox is the better player. Right. So I don't know. I probably would have Tyrese down, but we'll keep him in B. I want an equal distribution here because I feel like even when it comes to D'Angelo Russell, right? Is he a top half point guard, right? And if he's not, I put him low in C tier. Trae Young, though, the question is he a top 5 point guard in the league? What are your thoughts?
I think you throw him in S now, and then you see what happens. I think he probably is top 5 though.
I think so too.
I haven't done it in my head, but I'm just assuming. I just think off the top of my head, I think he's gonna end up being top.
Now,
5.
one thing I will say is I think it was 2 years ago, man, in the playoffs he was ridiculous, just absolutely. The Hawks had no business making it as far as they did.
Right.
LaMelo Ball.
You gotta think he's a step above those guys right now.
You do.
He was an all-star.
I know, but I'm just saying we've got so many good point guards.
He's at least top 10 though.
We got so many.
He's still top 10. Do you not think he's top 10?
I mean, probably, but it's like, how do you rank him against, James Harden, Drew Holiday, guys even
I know, but we'll get there.
Guys even like a Jamal Murray, right? I mean, how do you rank him with those guys? I don't know.
Jamal Murray's going to be tough to rank.
So it's just tough. Kyle Lowry, I'm sorry. I mean, obviously he might have been banged up last year. His conditioning wasn't there. He's old, man. I like Kyle Lowry, but
I think C's fine, especially because last season he showed a little bit of regression. I mean, last was a down season because he was hurt and stuff. But I think you're going to see, you got to take into consideration his age. He's probably going to decline a little bit more. I mean, he might have a little bit better season, but I think C's right for him.
I just don't see it with Kyle Lowry. And I'm sorry, Heat fans. He was good.
He's still solid. Like, C's good.
He's okay.
C's still solid for the point guard position.
He's okay. But I'm just saying, we're going to have to move some people down eventually. I just don't even know where to go. I'll just let you take it here. I mean, golly.
He actually had a decent season. I was listening to a podcast. He was like one of the best rim finishers in the entire NBA. The problem is he still does not have a reliable jump shot.
And he's a point guard, and it's like he's not...
It's tough. I think I throw him an F. And he's not even a bad player. It's just when you compare him to the other starting point guards. He might not start this year. I think he will, but it could be Cole Anthony too.
Monte Morris, D tier?
I'd put him in F. I'd throw him in F. He's a really good player, but it's just I think he's an F tier point guard.
It's just hard. I mean, again, the point guard position is stacked. Now, my whole thing is, again, Kyle Lowry's hard to rank in general, right? Because, again, you just don't really know what you're going to get out of him this year, but I'm fine with where we're at. Jalen Brunson, I mean, he got paid in a big, he got paid. And it's going to be interesting to see him in New York, not as the second guy. I will say, when Luka was out, Brunson hooped, and even with Luka, he hooped. But without him, man, he was hooping, man.
But I'm not sure. Is he? It's hard to know what he's going to be in the Knicks pecking order because is he higher than Randall? Is he higher than Barrett? It's just hard to know. I'd put him in B right now.
I think you got to put him in B at least. I mean,
yeah, I'd throw him in B.
He
had a really good
Brunson
season.
Is a hooper.
The thing is, his size is the only thing, and you know me, I like size. So.
It is, but offensively, I mean, the way he's able to, I don't know, use his body, he plays, at least offensively, like he's way taller than that just because of his build. Russ Westbrook's horrible.
He's
and last year when I was making this video, I almost guarantee I made a case for Russell Westbrook being good.
I wonder where you had him last year.
Golly, this dude is horrible.
I wonder where we ended up putting him last year.
He's horrible. He's an absolute liability. Nobody wants him anymore. And could Russ end the season at a B or A tier player? I think so, but not going into.
No, he's not going to end there.
He could.
No, he's not.
He could.
It's literally impossible.
It's not. You look at what he did in Washington. He's a B or A tier player.
Yeah, but you got to realize age is a real thing.
It is, but it's his confidence more than anything. I mean,
I think it's his age.
He'll still be dunking on people like crazy.
I think it's his age.
What do you think about this dude? He's hard to rank. When was the last time we even saw him play?
I would put him D. He might be C. He might be C or B though. Like it's hard to know.
But you got to realize
when he was in Houston, he was actually playing decent. He was just really inefficient, but he was putting up big numbers when he did play in Houston last.
My whole thing is it's just hard. It's hard to rank a guy like this. It really is. I mean, a lot of people are gonna slander us because John Wall was a once upon a time this and that, but putting him in C is ridiculous.
He might.
Let me ask you this: you think he's in the 15 to 20 range?
Maybe. Let me ask you this.
Heck no.
No. This is what you got to compare it to. Where would you have Reggie Jackson?
Reggie Jackson better than John Wall. I don't care.
But people think John Wall might. Sorry, it's like a coin flip between them.
I mean, I don't care until John Wall shows me something. I can't put him higher.
Yeah, but hold on. What do you mean show you? What do you mean? But he hasn't not shown you something.
John Wall did not play in this year. He played 40 games this season. He did not play in this season. He played 32 games in this year. 41 games. In the last 5 seasons, he's combined for 110 games. That is horrible. That's horrible. And even, I get it, in Houston, sure, he played fine. Look, you could go out there in Houston and put up 20 points. I mean, my goodness.
But the difference is it's his defense, too. He's a good defender.
Maybe. I mean,
6'4"?
I don't know if I'd call him a good... He's 32 now. I mean... You can't just expect him to go back to what he did in the past.
No, I'm not expecting him to do that, but he's going to have a lesser role. I mean, if you want to leave him in B, that's fine. I think him and Lowry on the same tier.
Lowry might go down. If you want to put him on the same tier, I'm fine with putting Kyle Lowry in D tier. You don't have to tell me.
No, move Kyle Lowry to C tier.
I think they're bottom. I think they're a bottom 10 point guard. That's fine, but I want this equally distributed, and Kyle Lowry's gonna have to get moved down. It's that simple. Steph Curry S, and at the top of S. Agree?
Just move on.
The greatest point guard of all time. CP3, I don't care what y'all say. He's S2.
Put him S.
I don't care.
Move on.
Y'all can hate if y'all want.
B.
He's got to be
B.
He
might be. Well, after they traded Halliburton, he played like he was A.
Yeah, but I don't.
I need to see more. Move him to the top of B.
I need to see more from Fox. Because he doesn't grade out that well. Like when you look at what do you call it? Like analytics. Yeah, he doesn't.
He probably would have graded it out and get it at the end of the season.
Right.
He had a horrible season.
Right.
He might be A. So let's move on. Okay. Lillard S.
I don't think so.
Lillard's better than
Lillard's S. Okay, that's fine.
He's better than Trae Young, actually.
That's fine. I'm just saying, if we want 5 dudes at S.
Well, maybe we'll have more, but if anyone's getting bumped down, it's Trae Young or Chris Paul. It's not Lillard.
That's true. That's fair.
We're not doing this recency bias.
That's fair. I'm just saying, Dame gotta go back to what he did in the bubble because I don't know.
D'Angelo C
is fine, and I'm tired of the D-Lo slander. I'm literally tired of it. He single-handedly last year carried the Wolves to so many regular season wins. You could argue he's the most important player for the Timberwolves in the regular season. I'm tired. Talk about recency bias. I'm tired of it with D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah, he was the second best player in the regular season, but it's crazy because everyone thinks Ant was our second guy, but it was actually D'Angelo.
It was D'Lo the entire year, and I get it.
Until the playoffs.
In the playoffs, y'all got to realize we're as frustrated with as much as anybody with how he played, but that's bad recency bias in a really small sample size. So I like D'Lo going in ahead of this next year, and I don't really get all the slander. C is fine because he is a probably below average point guard, but he is very solid. Shea,
A. Easy A.
Easy is crazy.
He's probably. I would rather have him than LaMelo Ball. Like going into next year, not overall. Going into next year,
maybe I'd like to see Shea on a. I guess he was on a decent team a few years ago, but
he's actually like really good.
He is good.
Stat-wise.
He is good.
He's he's a solid defender.
And even for the Thunder, I was listening to something that's like, if the Thunder are gonna win games, it's because of Shea. Like he's gonna have to literally carry them to games. So I'm fine with A. I think that's cool. Mike Conley, I like Conley.
Yeah, but he's not very good anymore, so he's D. He's not a good defender anymore.
You're telling me
he used to be one of the best defensive point guards in the NBA. Now he's literally like the worst.
But y'all can't take away the fact that Conley was an all-star 2 years ago.
Yeah, 100%. But he really fell off. That's the problem.
Did he really fall off?
Yeah, defensively.
Maybe defensively. He's still a great and I get he's probably going to take another step back.
But the problem is he's going to take another step back, and it's such a tough competitive position.
I just think Kyle Lowry's got it. I like Kyle Lowry, but it's like
but that's also what you got to consider is that Lowry had dealt with a lot of injuries last year. I know Conley was hurt in the playoffs, but I just think overall Lowry is still a better player because Lowry can defend at a higher level.
But will Lowry ever get back to what he was? We all know how injuries can be, and so
they're both aging. So I'm just gonna take. I would rather have Lowry over Conley.
Maybe I don't know on that one. Kyrie Irving, this is tough, man. He's S, so it's tough. Kyrie Irving's S. I don't care. He's S.
It's fine. We can have like less than A and more than S
because we got at least
there's a separation point from Kyrie to Shea.
3 more guys. Absolutely.
We'll see. Maybe we'll have to see. Murray, A.
It's hard because you don't know what you're gonna get, and the thing is with Jamal Murray, what does everybody remember?
How he plays in the playoffs.
How he played in the bubble.
But not only the bubble, the playoffs in general.
In the bubble that year.
Go to playoffs.
He looked like he was literally Zeus, right? In this playoffs, yes, he was incredible, right? There's nobody that's gonna deny that. He was finding his flow. He was literally maybe. I'm not gonna say he was the Nuggets' best player, but
he was.
He was hooping.
At least for that
he was
one
hooping.
Series, the Utah.
My whole thing is, how does he come back after not playing for an entire year with an ACL injury?
You want to put him in B, that's fine.
I think A is fine, but everybody's just after injuries expects people to come back, and it's just not always like that. And we've seen it time and time again. Ja
S.
It's easy. Easy S. People are talking about Ja as being a top. 10 player in the league. I don't see that, but I see him as being a top, I don't know, top
15?
tier point guard. 15 maybe, top 20. But see, yeah, he can single handedly put the team on his back.
F.
No explanation even needed, right? I mean,
No, but he's actually decent.
he's decent. He's just young, and I mean, he'll grow.
He'll never be great though. He'll never be as good as Ty.
KPJ, I
F.
mean, you gotta go F. But
F.
there's times he can hoop, man.
Yeah, but he's F.
He is. I'm not arguing that, but man, he's shown glimpses. CJ B.
Yeah.
I think-
Put him up by Fox though.
I think you gotta go B.
Put him up by
I mean,
Fox.
he's a decent second-ish option, I think, and that's the best way I can say it.
It'll be interesting to see him play a full season at point guard too.
I will. And around
never
a
really
lot
done
of
as
talent.
well.
Because before, yeah, he had Dame with him, but I mean that was just kind of, I don't know.
He is gonna have a lot of talent.
they
His
have so
assist
much
numbers
talent.
are probably gonna be career high.
Fred VanVleet, A.
A.
I mean, I like Freddie, man.
Well,
Well, what? Where else would he be?
yeah, A. Bottom of A though. I just feel like the separation between him and Fox isn't that much.
And I'd argue going into
And
next
McCollum.
year, I'd rather have Freddie.
The thing about Fred is he's like between him and McCollum, Fred's a much better defender, and he's probably a little bit better offensive
he's
player.
just steady, man.
He's more of a seamless fit than Fox is.
That's fair. That's fair. Marcus Smart.
B, easy B.
I think it is an easy B. It's just hard because he's not like a true point guard. Is that a good way? I don't know. He's just like, even Celtics fans wanted a true point guard type of fit, and I guess they got that. But I don't know. Marcus Smart is a guy I think every team would like to have. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's just he's probably not as good as he's just weird because he's not like as good as like Fox or McCollum, but he might fit a better role on the Celtics than a Fox or a McCollum would.
Right, for sure.
So
for sure.
you got to put him B.
Garland is a hooper.
A, yeah.
He is a hooper, man. Was it his rookie year that he didn't play well, and then his second year he went crazy, or how'd that work with Garland?
I think he had an okay rookie year. I don't really remember. Last year he really broke out though. So
he's a hooper, man.
really great pick and roll. We actually just saw him too in Miami.
Yes,
so
sir.
That was cool.
Drew Holiday. I'm higher on Drew than about anybody. I love Drew Holiday, man. I love him. I mean, the dude defends at a high level. He's great. He's a great decision maker. He controls tempo. I love Drew Holiday. Go ahead.
I was gonna say A is fine because I feel like not that they're the same players, but him and Van Fleet kind of are on a similar tier, and they can fit into. They've both been on really good or really important contributors on championship teams as just like really good above average role players.
I just feel like Drew has really kind of shown his value in Milwaukee. Like before, he was kind of stuck in, and I don't want to say it a bad situation, but it wasn't like a super talented or team. And now you see it, right? He takes on the challenge of guarding some of the best players, as well as having a decent role offensively. Him in Milwaukee is a perfect fit, and it was a worth it trade for the Bucks too.
I wonder if we move some people down now.
Who would you move down?
I think if you move, man, that's tough. It's so hard because I would say like move Cade down, but then it's like I'm projecting going into this next season, and I think he's gonna take a step.
I think it's fine right now.
All right, let's just keep going.
I mean, I wanted it equally distributed, but I don't
It's
know.
not super unbalanced.
What is your thoughts about Lonzo?
It's tough. It's tough because of the injuries.
Looking at this, you're like, wow. Like, this is impressive. You might be like, only 13 points. I don't care. The dude's shooting 42% from three, averaging 5.5 rebounds, 5 assists, good assist to turnover ratio. He's good, but it's like, I don't know it. I just feel like it never, I don't know. Am I too low on Lonzo? I don't know.
Wait, you have him in C?
Yes.
I don't know. He might be.
Is he better than Fox? Is he better than Halliburton? Is he better than Brunson? I don't think so.
He might be better than Cade and Halliburton. He might be like, him and Halliburton are very similar.
Maybe, but I still feel like, and maybe I'm wrong, I feel like Halliburton can take a bigger jump than Lonzo.
Yeah, but Lonzo's probably a
better defender.
Lonzo's one of the best defenders in the entire league.
And so maybe you put him in B, I guess. I just
put him B, and then we'll see.
SS. I mean,
yeah, both of them.
And now we can start our discussion because that's it. I mean.
Oh wait, that's it.
That's it. So,
oh no.
So now we can start our discussion.
Now it's just like move Lonzo down just because it's unbalanced. Move him to the top of C though.
I mean, do we want to move Kyle Lowry down? I just have a hard time putting Kyle Lowry and Lonzo Ball at the same tier. That is ridiculous.
No, but he's better than those two.
Who?
Wall and Conley.
Barely.
No, I think he's more similar to Russell and Lonzo.
Kyle Lowry?
Yeah.
The guy's going to be 36 going into next year. I mean,
yeah, he's still really solid.
I get it, but it's like, he is, I guess, but he is. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Maybe I'm underrating Kyle Lowry or overrating how bad he was, but I guess it's just hard for me to be any higher on him than I am. Wait, I'm good. Oh, yeah, we do. We have 6 players at this tier. Yeah, that's why it is. But I feel like it's so hard to be a top half point guard in the league.
The only thing we could do is, if you wanted to, you could leave like half of S and then just kind of bump everyone down. Because like if we had Steph, Luka, I don't know, it's so tough.
So like, who is your top 5? Steph, Luka, Harden, Dame,
and
I would go CP3, but that's me.
No, I'd go Morant just because Morant's rising. CP3's going to be on a decline.
Y'all have thought CP3 on a decline for the past 5 years, and he just keeps hoping.
Yeah, but Josh's still going to get better.
I agree, but I just don't know. I just feel like you can't move any of those guys out of S tier.
Well, we can just go with this. This is fun. This looks good to me. I'm happy with it. It's just kind of unbalanced.
It is unbalanced. The crazy part about this is I love D'Angelo Russell, and we have him as a bottom 10 point guard in the league.
But the guys he's with are still really good.
They are. You're right.
The guys he's with are still really good.
You're right. All I gotta say is if you're an F tier, you're horrible. I'm saying that. Like as far as a starting point guard, you're not good if you're at F tier. Like and it should be go without saying, but like even Mike Conley is not bad, and he's at D tier.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if he's not bad this year. I'll be curious. No, I love Mike Conley. I used to love him. I was one of the people that say he should be in the All-Star game.
You're a hater, but I think this is good. If people slander this, I want to know how. Like, how do you slander this list?
It looks good to me. So
I don't know, man.
Someone will find something.
I think it's good. He thinks it's good. That's what we're gonna go with. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments, because it's always interesting to hear you guys absolutely cook us in the comments, because it's all that ever happens. But that's gonna wrap it up for our video. Got anything else, Nate?
Nope, that's all.
I love y'all, man. Hope each and every one of y'all have a blessed day.
Peace.